Yo, wait till you see it on the B-roll. I just almost started the podcast, or I don't know what I was doing. I just went in and hit the power button.
Reset.
Ready?
Yep.
Ready. In 3, 2, 1. What's up, Genietta?
Go, Timbo.
13-4 sounds great, and I think if I'm hearing some Timberland in my headphones, right? I'm
Big
s-
if.
I'm sitting in front of Beehives, the realist.
Boy.
We must be all the way back.
So back.
Farrah's behind me, right?
Yep.
Fist bump for Farrah. Fist bumps for Farrah. We're fisted for Farrah in February. What's up, y'all? We're all the way back. We are totally running out of songs from
So totally running out.
from our high school era. That's it. 3 years, though. 3 years of it. I haven't played a new song, or haven't played the same song twice.
I'm trying to think. One of them hit me the other day, but it wasn't even. I don't even think it was anything that old.
This is a banger, though.
I don't even know this one.
You don't know this one. Morning After Dark. Little Nelly Furtado. What you know about Nelly Furtado?
Not as much as I know about the other one.
As soon as you say that, you gotta be like, Furtado.
Our Nelly.
Here we go, be on the way. The cops come out to play. Hey, yeah, to the guy that told me that our intros are too long, you can eat my ass this way.
Disrespectful.
If you think the intros are too long,
Disrespectful. You can't dumpster all the fans.
the baby changing.
White me red.
We're gonna have to get into that one day. Cause I'm king ass eat.
That is true. Unfortunately, that is true. I blew a 2-0 lead. It's like the Cavs Golden State Warrior comeback.
Yeah.
No one's ever won a finals down 3-1. That's for another time. Yeah, we can't. That ain't even for YouTube. That's for a different platform.
That's when we go
Strictly heterosexual. All hetero. But yeah, we back.
We're back with it, y'all. Shout out to y'all.
Happy to see y'all.
I'm Tyson Steele. That's Brandon Himes. We never say that.
Not at the beginning. Usually always at the end.
But some
Never at the beginning.
But some people
last
don't
week-
make it to the end.
Last week you said that you were Brandon and I was Tyson, so they might not
yeah.
know. Yeah, they might not know. And if you don't know,
Now you know.
or you you might not know. That's what I'm saying.
So, real quick, just I'd love to know, because since we moved on to YouTube, I can clearly see that all our plays are coming from YouTube.
Correct, yeah.
We have none on Spotify no more. Well, we got like however many we have on YouTube, 50 plus, 60, 70, 10,000, whatever it is right now.
You can
we-
just say the real number. Everyone can see the views. YouTube tells everyone.
No, yeah, I mean, 1,100,000.
Yeah, somewhere between
tens,
somewhere between
threes.
a little and a lot.
It looked like a phone number.
7 rings, I think, is the Eric Grande song.
And we had 8 on Spotify.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's also like completely everybody's moved over to YouTube.
Yeah, we
Love
have.
y'all.
Yeah, we have managed to. Everyone just wants
But
to
I
see
want
us.
if you're listening to this on Spotify, comment like it's you.
Yeah, let us know you're a rider for sure. But also shout out to everybody on YouTube. We're here. We love to see y'all. Y'all love to see us, obviously. One thing I wanted to get into, big update. A couple weeks ago, we did an episode where I mainly spoke about getting T-boned. I think that was 2 weeks ago.
They used to
Today,
call me T-Bone.
big facts.
And then you took the T-Bone. You know what?
Pause.
Then one of my
First of all, pause on all that. Pause on all that.
you took the T-Bone.
No.
And then, yeah, me and Lee Bone, right? Lee, I Irish whip him off the ropes, right? And then I grab you, lift you up sideways till your body's like this.
His legs is in the air.
And then Lee just comes, spears the shit out of you. The T-Bone.
T-bone. I mean, it's better than the cock-faced dick lick.
Well, that's yours. That's your submission specialist.
Specialist. They're all submissive of someone.
They're gonna quit.
Oh, yeah. That dick comes out, they're quitting. They're tapping. Wait till I get it wrapped around your fucking grill.
The cock-faced dickly.
Can't even breathe. I'm just wrenching it in.
What do you remember? I always wished that like your skirt would just go up over their heads, so so you had the Roddy Piper skirt on.
And it was always the illusion of what was he doing,
Yeah.
but everyone was like, "Oh, he's pulling his."
Somehow it never came up. Like when you have the action figure, the skirt just plastic, it don't bend up. So he would jump off the top ropes, and it would just always stay down. But then once he got him in the cock-faced dickler, and the skirt
Which is,
over
for
top.
non-wrestling fans, a play on the cross-face crippler by one of the legends of the game.
A legend for sure.
Legend.
He's made his name known.
Legend for sure, Mr. Chris
Non-wrestling fans know his name.
Benoit. Christopher Benoit. The full Guppy.
Christopher.
Had to do it to him. But when I was getting T-boned,
Oh yeah, when you was getting the bone.
when I received my T-bone,
When you got your bone.
Squirrel Dirt, fast forward, I purchased a new truck today, everybody. A 2019 Dodge Ram.
Hell yeah.
No poor baby.
Thing's sweet. Honestly, like when I was sitting in it, I couldn't even talk just because I was like, this don't even seem real. Because you've had these shitty cars for so
Usually
long.
wasn't shitty, but you just don't like lower cars.
It's so hard to get in.
I'm naturally
And
a big
then I
guy,
hurt my
too.
back,
Yeah.
and then it's even worse.
And I'm naturally a bigger guy too, so like I sit with my seat all the way down and all the way back. So in a car,
He's riding on the fucking ground.
there's basically no room. But yeah, I used to have a truck before, and I think the payment on that was like $705 or $710 a month or something like that. Traded it in because I was traveling for work, driving too much. Had traded in on the Fusion, got the Fusion, got T-boned in the Fusion, and then now I got a truck again. So excited to have a truck. Do I need a truck? 50-50. I'm a homeowner, so I feel like pause. I feel like all homeowners you need a truck for something.
What was the pause on that?
Oh, man.
No one did. So how do you pause yourself? You didn't even. We knew what you were saying. No, nobody thought you meant.
You know, I don't say pause anywhere except this podcast.
And I don't like.
Yeah, I know you hate it.
So I can appreciate it if you know I don't like it.
I know you hate it. That's another thing you'll learn about Tyson. It's like, if it pisses him off, you don't like it. But if you know it pisses him off and you still do it, he gonna fuck with you because of it.
Respect.
You stand in your ground. Tyson loves them motherfuckers.
You get a point.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna score.
But now Tyson's got to jump up in the bitch which he likes that. So he jump up in the truck. We went for a little ride.
Oh yeah, dude.
I mean, it's basically it's a Dodge, it's the Dodge, it's a Chrysler. It's the same as the Chevy, which is the same as the GMC. They're all basically the fucking same when it comes down to it. I got a great deal for it.
Trucks are like assholes. Everyone, they're all the same.
I paid just a little over $20,000, which is like more than I paid for the fucking Fusion when I bought the Fusion, which is crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That thing sucked.
And I mean, it's got the same amount of miles my car had on it. It's same year, same color. So big back seat for the kid. I'm excited.
Kid's gonna have a great time back there.
Love it. And it came with a spray and bed liner already, and it's got the like the all weather mats. I never had them before.
That's one. That's a half for a burp in the mic.
Yeah, my bad. I was talking and it just like sprung up. I sprung a leak almost. Like I didn't even know I burped, to be honest with you.
Because you're so used to it.
Just Mr. Disrespect.
I mean, not your Potter's chips came from you literally opening a bag of chips mid-app.
Dude, you starved me on this podcast. Until you started supplying pizza, I used to be starved on this podcast. Listen, guys, I work.
I was at my mama's house.
And then I'm forced to eat Philly's Italian gumbo. I ain't don't even like gumbo to start with.
I had nothing to do with that.
I don't even like gumbo to start with.
It would have been hilarious if I told him to mix gave him all these types of shit. I said, cook this. We're going to make me eat it. It would have been hilarious. But he straight up did that.
Which is even funnier. Like, his gut health is fucked up. Philly, does he pack his own lunches for working at the golf course? Because I bet that shit's wild. But yeah.
They've known for like 2 years that I try not to eat pork. And every morning when I lived up there, there'd be eggs and bacon. And 25 times said to me in 3 months, you don't eat none of the bacon.
You know, he used to eat the bacon. The beast used to eat the bacon.
Yeah,
Need him back. Need him back so hard. God, I miss that guy. Just a photographer now.
Yeah.
Happy New Year's, everybody. We didn't even say
Happy New Year's.
Yeah, happy fucking New Year's. I didn't even...
It's already passed, but just scheduling, this is how it works.
Yeah, it's just all... You got a Christmas episode, a New Year's episode. They might... They release... You know what I mean? They release. Yeah. Whatever it is. I know you guys already celebrated. You already kissed your loved ones. Tyson and I were going to kiss on camera for you, but...
I kissed nobody. I was playing Borderlands 2 drunk as shit, dude.
I kissed my
And I just started a new game. Drunk as shit after a whole night. And I mean, my player was going like this, dude. Shooting, spraying everywhere.
You should play it on your PC.
I should. Because then I could stream and shit, right?
You could stream it. You could also, the quality would probably be a little better than compared to your...
I get to lay on the couch, though.
What is that, a PlayStation 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to get you upgraded.
But on... I had no idea what time it was. In my mind, 12 o'clock could have
2024, 2025, could have been 2011.
Didn't care.
Could have been 2011.
I'm mid-gunfight, and all I hear is the loudest... I didn't hear nothing like this from the 4th of July. I don't know if it's the air pressure. You know what I mean? Somebody lit off a firework, like a whole stick of dynamite, right as the ball dropped.
Crazy timing.
It was so fucking loud, dude. All the dogs were barking. It was crazy, dude.
What I asked my fiance this. It was she was like, I'm kind of embarrassed to tell you, until she told me, and I was like, oh, I did the same thing. Do you remember doing stuff to celebrate New Year's when you were a kid? Like, what did you do when the ball dropped? And whoever's listening to this, leave a comment down below what you did when you were a kid and the ball dropped, because I'll tell you mine, and one of our listeners will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I never knew what to do because this is like my personality, like just being shy and awkward is like I would just like I always felt like everybody else knew what was going on and I'm out of the loop. And everybody would be doing something and then I would just be standing there. Now I really think of it as like when I was a kid, me and my parents didn't stay up. I think maybe once or twice. Maybe I got a little older. Yeah, just probably like 3 times. And we would just go to when I got teenagers, we would go to my aunt's house, in my Aunt Pam's. And that's when I like see all the shit happening. You know what I mean? Aunts and uncles.
When we were like
the
kids,
parties that we used to go to as teenagers.
Yeah, when we were kids. Well, I remember
Family
we used to go
parties.
there. We used to go to Aunt Pam's house all the time.
Yeah.
I remember that. But when we were kids, when my sisters and I were kids, especially when we lived down in on Lexington Avenue, like we would, when the ball dropped, we go outside, just start banging pots and pans, like
Really?
banging the shit out of pots and pans. That was just what we did. I don't know why, but there was all kinds of kids on the fucking block. They would just get a wooden spoon and a fucking pot, dude, and you'd just be like ringing a cowbell. And that's what my fiance said. They used to do the same thing, and she was embarrassed to tell me until I told her what we did.
Is it a fucking poverty thing?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't consider myself growing up poor,
No, that's why I'm like,
but I think it was just like a way to make noise. That's right. Comment down below whatever you did. We want to know. I think it's just like
what the hell is her hair?
I think it's just a being loud thing, and you just were never loud.
It's like a firework thing.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah.
Yeah, you just never wanted to be a loud person, and it's just like just banging pots and pans together. And then if somebody fell asleep, you was banging pots and pans in their room instead of outside. You was in their room, just ball drop, bang, 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 just fucking hammering them, dude. It was awesome.
For like 5 minutes?
Just like 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you go outside, hit it with another quick 30, and then you're back inside.
Okay.
Yeah, just ringing in the new. It's
I
like a
don't
way
think
of
I've ever
ringing
heard
in
of
the new
this.
year. They call it.
Okay. I've heard of that, but yeah, I guess.
If you don't have a bell, you just go outside and bang a pot and pan.
Well, somebody rang the fucking bells around here with that
Listen,
firework.
I'll ring somebody's
neighbors.
fucking bell.
I mean, the cops had to have been called. It was so, like, it shook me. I was like, it was like a gunshot straight outside. But then you could tell that it was, like, from far away, and I was like, holy firework, dude. You've been saving that for New Year's.
And if that thing did any damage, you know who they're calling to fix that damage.
Ed, as good as he fucking is, he just came over and fixed my outlet. As good as he is at home repair, I guess he could fix the earth.
Guess. You don't have to guess, buddy. You could call 814-225-8357, and he'll tell you.
And you'll find out. I mean,
That's 814-225-8357. Ed Yingling, veteran owned.
veteran discounts.
How was your New Year's?
New Year's was great. We just hung out at the bar. Trexler was bartending. Arizona. Yeah, when he took over, Casey had a drink, right? And it was just a cup. And he said, "Is this yours?" And put his finger in the inside part. It says,
Gross.
he said, "Is this yours?"
Probably the same
And then
finger he rips his snuff with, too.
Oh yeah, right here. hold his pud with
You ain't have to get in all that.
his maid.
Touching his maid while he pee. You ain't have to get in all that.
He says, "Is this yours?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Used
He
to
just
be.
put it back down.
Swish it around a little bit.
Yeah, you might as well.
So you was down at Hookers for the New Year.
Yeah, it was honestly probably the best New Year's I've had in a long time. Because, like I said,
We used to host parties here.
not even that. Because I don't remember none of this. I wasn't. I only was awake for out of all maybe. It was crazy here for 5 years, right? 5 or 6 years. I was only awake. I can remember one.
Drink a lot, bruh.
And you know what it is? Is because I had alcohol poisoning. And I wasn't even drinking that night. Couldn't drink.
Couldn't do it. Drunk himself drunk.
The day before New Year's.
Drank himself sober. Drank himself sober for New Year's Eve. Mine wasn't too bad. We went over to my fiance's sister's, watched the Penn State game. Then we played this game called Exploding Kittens, some card game. And then hit the karaoke. I hit him with the bust a move on the karaoke machine.
Oh, shit.
Ball dropped. We dropped. We was out of there. So, yeah, it was pretty, not bad. I think you'd have been proud of me. I had like 8 beers, didn't feel a thing.
There you go.
I wasn't feeling anything. I was like, damn, it's like I'm drinking fucking Bud Light. But, yeah, it was a good night. It was crazy. I think just being on a Wednesday, like both the holidays, it just was weird. You know what I mean? Like, kind of felt like they were just more like, they just came and went, and it wasn't really like anything too crazy.
It's completely destroyed my schedule. But, like, I think today is
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I've been thinking it was the wrong. I thought
Yeah.
it was Thursday. I was like, I got to go record the podcast tomorrow. I was talking to my fiance about it earlier this morning. She's like, isn't that today? I was like, if today's Friday, it sure fucking is. So, yeah, good new year. 2025, big year. Big come-up year for the podcast. We're on the tube. Tyson's got a laptop. We're about to be all over the Instagram now that he has access.
Keep forgetting.
Just big year. If you guys have any resolutions, make sure you drop them in the comments. Leave them on the Spotify comments, the 8 of you that listen over there. Kick it around.
I want to know which 8 are still on Spotify.
I'd love to know what you guys did for New Year's when you were a kid. I'm trying to bring back old traditions.
But maybe they can't unlock their if they don't have premium, then you can't lock your phone and listen to it. Now I'm thinking about it.
I don't know. I don't know how that Spotify stuff works.
Well,
Oh, you mean YouTube?
yeah.
YouTube. Everyone, here's a no sponsorship sponsor. Everyone should have YouTube Premium. It's $12.99. You get music for free, and then you don't have to watch ads on YouTube. And everybody watches YouTube. Everybody. So premiums. It's not YouTube TV. I ain't talking that. They keep jacking the price of YouTube TV up, and that's not really that worth.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
I only use YouTube TV to watch live sports, and sometimes you have to buy a different streaming platform just to watch that specific game. Like the NBA's on fucking what's that? What used to be that fucking Animal Planet?
Animal Planet.
That shit went hard. You got any New Year's resolutions?
Animal Planet. Yeah, let me get a pause though. Come on, phone.
Hello, darkness.
Sound And we're back.
That'll work. Not a long enough pause, but a pause itself.
So I gotta hold the note.
You just gotta pause for like a whole second and then hit him with the and.
How did I?
Damn it! That pause I can cut. That's what it reminds me to cut. But it's all good. I'll mash trust. Big trust. You guys are gonna get quality product right to your fucking doorsteps.
Right in the grill.
Right in your grip.
So New Year's
res.
You got yours. I got mine.
Oh, I got mine.
So I had this, I think, last year. I wish I would have wrote mine down. I probably did. Maybe they're somewhere. But try not to drink as much as I did the year before. Like, that's just the easiest way to say it. Sorry, I just got a pump in.
Got a huge pump in. Plus a little sound off.
We were singing Army Cadence.
Just getting a pump in, dog. You never know when it hits you.
So just try not to drink as much as I did in 2024, which was
A lot, but the back surgery, you can't help it. Off work for 3 months. I mean, what are you going to do other than what you normally do?
yeah, that made it worse.
So it should be an easily attainable resolution.
Yes. Not getting drunk before the episodes. I'm sorry, y'all. So, like, sometimes it just gets away from me, and I'm like, dude, I'm about to fucking murder this episode. And then I'm like, I can't think of nothing. Get crossfaded with you. Like, I got my shit and I feel good. Then I smoke your shit. Then I'm like, oh shit.
Same shit, guys. It's the same shit. So they say.
It could literally be the same shit, but in my mind, it's not. You know,
It ain't. The B shit hits so much.
Whatever he's got.
I got that aura. I got the gas. First place I went after I bought the new truck. Drove straight from the dealership to the dispensary.
Shoot 72 in golf. That's just going to be on there till it happens. Dunk a basketball, same thing. That's been on there for like the last 3 years, both of those. Finish the marathon. I mean, I don't know how you say it. Like, is that a goal? New Year's resolution? That's not.
Yeah, just complete the marathon. I mean, complete a marathon could be a goal for any person. Okay. Not even a resolution, but just a life goal is to complete a marathon for some people.
Yeah, I mean, that. I think about it every single day. And I think this weekend I'm going to sign up, so we need to do that. Just so we're signed in and, like, my cousin Amanda's actually doing the half marathon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she's going to be there.
She can drive us over.
Well, we're already a full car. We're your mom, like, it's going to be us and Jay and our dads.
Word.
So we are out. She actually needed a ride, and I was like, we got a full car.
Riding the bed of the Ram.
Because you got to think about how we need to come home. Like, our legs are going to be destroyed.
So we got Jay in the back rubbing us down. Smooth with the baby oil. Just we're facing out the back this way, ass facing Random Filia, and he's just gripping our shit.
What do you know? Your back seat of your mom's car is like a solid seat in the back.
Yeah, and then it has the captain's chairs in the middle.
I was like, Jay, you'll sit there, and then I'll do one of these over you.
Dude, he loves he's putting his legs up all episode.
Well, I'm mobile. You gotta think.
All episode. You told Randy, yes.
Well, I told somebody. I didn't say who it was.
Then you did the wrestling move, legs up. Then you did the J move, legs up.
Yeah, bro. I couldn't do. This has always been me. I've always been like this.
He's so legs up.
I'm mobile again. I'm active. I'm fired up.
I just watched the fucking Christian McCaffrey Rose Bowl fucking highlights. He scored 300. He had 398 all-purpose yards. That shit got me fired up.
So back to the resolutions.
Yeah.
Give up smoking. I think I can do it, and I think it's just going to happen with the marathon. You know what I mean? I like at least 2 to 3 months out, I have to stop just so my lungs can have the most chance of, like, my lungs have never been an issue at all when it comes to running, and you'll see when we'll talk about something after this, but we're going to film our test Sunday. Like, lungs aren't an issue. But I need to strengthen them. You know what I mean? I need to give them their best chance to do the best they can. And smoking just waste money. It's fun. I like it. But it's a waste of money.
Yeah.
And then win the World Series.
You, specifically?
Me and the Rangers.
Okay. Legs up. Legged up.
Mobile.
So flexible now. No pain in his back. My resolutions, I had a couple of them on this paper. Obviously, the Pittsburgh Marathon for Cinco de Mayo. Just want to go ahead and get that completed. Big one. Bowl 300. I'd like to bowl 300 in 2025.
Oh, yeah. I think I could do that better than my 72 in basketball.
And I'd also like to break 80 in golf. I think this year's the year I break 80 in golf. I've been pretty close. I think this year's the year. So I think that those are,
I don't know. I might shoot 72 this year.
Couple other things. I'd like to get at least 100 subscribers on the podcast. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, Our podcast resolutions.
Get 100 followers.
I'd like to get 100
Subscribers.
comments.
Get
You know what?
partnered.
I'd like for people to interact with the FSPs, our future sports picks.
Yeah, you guys.
Just pick a team before the season starts, or like NBA's going on. It's been going on. I don't give a fuck if you pick the best team in the league right now. Nobody's done it, and we're gonna give a giveaway, a prize to whoever wins. Like, we do our shit. That's for us, and then whoever wins out of the fans, we're gonna give like $100 Sheets card or something. And nobody said a word yet. So if you just put a team down at all, you win.
You know what I should do? I should go back and see, like, if you took our pick every week and just bet $100 on it, how much money you'd have made this season. Because if you guys aren't following our sports picks, you are missing money.
13-4.
Crazy numbers. So just resolutions for myself. I want to be more disciplined. Like, if I say I want to do something, I just want to stick to it instead of just, like, getting it started and then fizzling it out. I want to be better at managing my time. Like, I feel like if I was just better at, like, putting things here, putting things there, saying yes to things here, saying no to things there, then I wouldn't feel like I don't have any time. And then another big one is I want to smoke less weed because I feel like I don't have as much. Like, I feel like when I come home from work, I've been smoking all day. I just want to lay on the couch instead of go do anything.
Yeah.
So I would like to get, like, just some of my energy back. And I know working out on a consistent schedule also makes me feel energetic. It makes me want to, like, I'll never forget there was one day we went to the gym like 20 straight days in a row or something. And I was like, dude, I just can't imagine. I was like, I have way more energy and eat way more food and want to do more stuff than I ever did. And I'm like, I can't imagine not feeling like this ever again. And then, like, here we are just a year later. And I'm like, I wish I just had the discipline. I want to get back. So that's a big thing for me. Obviously, this year I'm supposed to get married in November. So big year for me. So just obviously get in shape for the wedding. You got a best man speech you got to come up with.
I've been thinking about it.
Just one-liner, just one word, best man speech. Not your Potter's best man.
I don't know if the way I think about it is immediately just being funny. Like, just going for jokes. And
I mean, other than my actual family, you'll be the person there that has known me the longest in my entire life.
I just don't, like, I've been to one wedding in my life that I was, like, ever cared about being at.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very serious. We were in Jamaica. It's like a nice, beautiful thing. 100 people from each side of the family came. There's a lot of people, big thing. And the best man speech, like, people were crying.
Yeah, you don't have to try to make them cry. I mean, you're
But
going to
I
get a little
could.
sentimental.
But I could.
You should get a little sentimental. Bring up, I mean, we used to fucking ride a scooter and rollerblades to McDonald's. Like, we've been fucking tighter than two nuts since you could fucking say so.
Dude, they don't even know about having the electric scooter. And I had the electric scooter. He had the rollerblades.
Like Kodak Black, we was transporting, dog.
And he just held onto my seat.
That was mobile.
Or my shirt.
We were mobile everything.
Remember sometimes I go too fast, you let go and just
Just coast.
yeah. You would literally be like that. Just balance.
Can't take fall damage, you know what I mean? Dude, from the gutter, dog. We came from it all, so... Yeah, you gotta, like, there's definitely some memories in it. You'll get, like, I know you'll crush it. You're just not good with your words. That's the thing. But I think you'll be able to figure it out. Given enough time.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
I'll even
Just
send you
from
the one
time
I
to
wrote
time.
for
like,
Mac.
I'm not stressing on it right now, but I've at least played it through my mind where I was like, okay, this is how the scenario should be. And then I kind of riffed it through one, and I was like, that was very funny. If I could tighten it up, that'd be super cool and funny, but it's like, there's no real sentimental shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, he knows that. I hope he just knows I went for the joke the whole time.
I'll send you the one I made for Mac. But the bad part about that is I wrote it on his couch the morning before his wedding. I banged on it, though. Should I read it out loud?
Yeah, if you want.
That'd be crazy. No, that's crazy. I ain't going to do that. It's because, maybe. Yeah, I can do it. I don't care. For the fans.
I've heard a lot of people do that, though. It's like they wait till the day of because it's like, what do you say? And then it's like, when we were in Jamaica, and obviously this is the first, I was the best man, and this is the first wedding I've ever been a part of. That's a lot. I mean, I couldn't read that in this moment right now, but you could read it.
It says, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for joining us today to celebrate blank and blank. Fair warning, this sounds like I wrote it last night, and I didn't. I wrote it this morning. But in all seriousness, I know... Thank you. But in all seriousness, I know most of you aren't aware of who I am.
Funny and dickish.
I introduced myself and said I met Mac when I was in 9th grade. In the beginning of our friendship, Mac didn't really like me. Understandably, I wasn't the sweetest person, unlike I am today. But that is truly what makes Mac special. Mac is the type of person who won't judge another right from the start, but instead will get to know you, become a friend, and in my experience, become a brother. He is a patient and kind person. Mac is the type of person who will drop everything no matter what, and he has to do for the day and give you his full attention if you need it. I've walked down many roads in my life, and so has Mac. We have made different career choices, chose different paths to live on, and have gone months without seeing each other. But throughout the years, anytime Mac decides to come back home, I always know I get to spend time with my brother, and I am blessed that he has never changed. One day, Mac told me he was bringing a girl home to meet me, and naturally I was surprised, but he wasn't lying. That's the first time I met blank. She was very sweet, and then blank. After a couple of months after meeting blank, I received a text from Mac, said, hey, how do you know the girl's the one? I was absolutely ecstatic for him, just texting back and said, if you're asking me, then you already know. We continued to discuss him proposing to blank.
And did you say that during that? Like,
yeah.
We were just texting and just being raw.
Yeah. After Mac popped the question, he and blank trekked back to...
He also did just write it 7 hours before this happened.
Crushed it, though. Mac popped the question. He and Rachel... It don't matter. He and blank trekked back up the north. We went out to dinner and got to catch up and discuss the wedding. Mac asked me to be his best man, and I couldn't have been more honored to be part of their big day, and now the day has finally come. Mac, I can't begin to tell you how proud of you I am, and more importantly, how proud your mom would be of you, from finishing college to becoming a teacher to marrying this amazing woman. Blank, I love you Blank, I love you and thank you for being exactly the love Mac deserves. And Mac, thank you for asking me to be your best man. I love you and being the best friend and greatest person, a truly amazing human. To Mac and Rachel. To Mac and Rachel!
I raised my mic.
To Mac. This is the Mac. This is the Ray.
We just cheersed a best man speech for a wedding that didn't last.
They didn't know that, Bree.
Yeah, I know. I think I used to tear him apart earlier, and he hated it. But you gotta he's the type of guy you gotta be blunt with. If not, he's just gonna sit there and think you hate him. Now he just knows I hate him. Just kidding, Mac. I love you, dude. I love you.
Love you, Mac.
Love you so much. I wish you were here.
I think everybody loves
now.
Shout out to Mac. I think everybody knows and loves Mac.
I wish you were here right now on this episode.
Yeah, honestly.
I wish you were on every episode. Every one of them. I wish you were here for a month.
It was the best trio.
Dude, it was such a good fucking... Just three... I'm the social butterfly, and then just two dudes who don't want to fucking deal with anybody else except me for some reason. It's crazy. You got... Oh, dude. I could... That's the thing, though, is like... If Mac was still here, we'd have 2 hours.
Social butterfly pause.
Pause. Pause on all the butterflies.
No butterflies on this podcast.
If Mac was still here, we'd have 2-hour podcasts on the regular. Like, it would be like it was nothing.
Because you don't get enough out in an hour.
I could just fucking tear him apart for the first hour. Every week. He'd find a way to fuck it up every week. I loved it. I loved him so much. I mean, he's not gone. Oh, he's just in Cali. He's as gone as they get, but I love him. I miss him. I should text him Happy New Year, Happy Christmas. I didn't. I think I did text him Merry Christmas. I don't know if he texted me.
Merry Christmas.
I don't think he texted me Merry Birthday, though. Doesn't matter. It's all about giving love. You'll get love back. I love you, Mac.
Love you, man. So this Sunday, we're trying to do 10
And
miles.
not to be riding Mac's meat. Because if I was trying to get some meat,
Yeah.
you know where I'd go.
I'd go to Grandview.
Yep, and that's 814-943-MEAT. Or 814
If we're talking meat.
943-6328. But I ain't riding meat.
Not the meat you're thinking of. This is good quality, high grade beef.
The highest grade. What is that, A?
A++. It's off the charts meat. It's a grand view.
That's Mel at 814-943-6328.
This Sunday.
Sunday.
You ready?
I wouldn't say that.
Have you been stretching? I think tonight, even before you go to bed, just get some stretching in. It's going to help big time. You don't feel like anything's tight now, but it helps loosen up the muscles and the
5K.
joints.
3.3.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to run 3.5. You're just trying to run a little 15K.
Well, 15's 9.3.
So you're trying to run a little 15 plus.
Yeah.
Like you're at a Chris D'Elia sex party. It's a little 15 plus.
15. Well, we're not going to be running 15 and under. 15.
Never.
15K and under.
Never. And if you guys didn't know, we got this calendar. We're going to start using. We got it a year and a half ago.
Oh, yeah.
Just a whiteboard and shit, calendar and shit. But we don't need a calendar. Record today, upload tomorrow. There's your calendar.
But, so Sunday, we are shooting for 10 miles.
Or death.
And it's a good time to do it. A lot of you are going to think that's too much for them. Maybe you can't do it. Maybe even people are thinking like I can't do it. And I'm like, I feel better than I was before my back got hurt.
Hell yeah.
Like, I can't wait to do this. Like, I'm fired up. Because it's a long time. It's going to be 2.5 hours on the treadmill. It's a long time. It's going to suck. Tomorrow, the next day, we're going to hurt. The next day, we're going to hurt. The next day, we're going to hurt. But then it just goes away, and you're like, that was a good fucking session. And it's like, it's such a good fucking feeling when you finish it. And it's like, you're going to love it. Like, this is going to be tough. And then the marathon, that's going to even be crazy. I might not take off my marathon medal for the whole summer. Like, I might do every episode with it on.
Put it on a GLD channel.
I'm at least putting, we have to get holders for ours. Put them, like, I don't know if you want to take yours and put it in the house or.
Carry a Sharpie and sign babies.
I think I'm going to get like a lock box for my truck and keep it maybe even in the lock box just so when we're at golf and I can look at those motherfuckers that said they laughed at us when I even said the idea.
You know what? We'll use it as a ball marker.
That's the best idea. That is anytime we're with them. Anytime we're with them, we oh my god!
What's that ball marker? Oh, it's a medal I finished for this little run I did.
It's just the Pittsburgh Marathon medal.
Oh, you didn't know I finished that thing. It's just a quick 26.
Light work.
Nothing. I think it was nothing.
6 hours. Did it standing on my hands.
I was Cinco de Mayo in right after, brother.
Yeah, then we in the club.
Mama say mama. Mama say mama.
You ever heard of Bad Bunny, bro?
Loco contigo. Dude, I'm so in there on Cinco de Mayo. Give me 15 Coronas.
With the lime.
And Jay here will take a white margarita Russian. Jay keeps it. Hell yeah.
I can't.
That just reminded me, you know, like when we were driving over to, it was me, you, Rand, and Jay. We were driving over to Tom's Run, and I said, all right, group photo, and I took the picture. It was just me, you, and Rand in it. That was in Rand's Dodge Ram.
Yeah.
Ram, bro.
The Ram Bros. The new truck's sick.
Thanks, bro. So many good memories, dude. I wish we should have started recording so much earlier. Like to have our 20s on like YouTube would be nuts.
It's my fault, honestly. Just because, like, I thought.
Not the podcast, just in life. Like we should have been vlogging, like going to the club and just anything.
It's my fault. Like, I just literally thought that why would anybody watch this? And then I thought about it for years going on, and it's like, oh, there's the guy that always holds the camera. Like, there's guys at the club that are just weirdos. You know what I mean? And or just shit. Like, if you're always having a camera and shit, you see how it is with these vloggers, and it's like nobody wants to be around him. He's got a fucking camera,
Word.
always in your face and shit, always being fake. Like, we kind of needed some years to like learn, like
Definitely
actually
mature a little
work.
bit. We
Yeah,
got kicked off YouTube probably.
yeah.
Banned a couple times. For sure. But yeah, no, big run on Sunday to loop right back to where we started here. Big run on Sunday.
Dude, I'm so fucking pumped up. I'm even more fired up. Tomorrow it's gonna hit me. Like, not only the podcast coming out, just like seeing how many plays it's gonna get in the first day. It don't matter, but it's just like cool.
I think the thing I like the most about it, and this is going to be weird, but I have a problem where like I sweat profusely when I do any kind of activity, like any kind of sport. Like even if I'm in shape, even when we were in shape, like I would sweat like a motherfucker.
I'm the same way.
So whenever we run, like we're supposed to get a bunch of snow this weekend, so we're gonna run, and then I can immediately go outside and like just suck in that cold air. Like I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice when we.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice when we're leaving. We're gonna look like fucking hot food, like just steaming.
Dude, did I tell you I don't know if I told you this the other day, then this is crazy, but I went running at the gym like last week, 2 weeks ago or something. And we went running, took a day off, ran, and then my fucking right testicle was like sore from slapping off my fucking leg. Because you
Did
were
you have
telling me
just-
about the fucking underwear with the pocket for your nuts.
Yeah,
We did talk about this, but yeah, dude, it was just fucking sore. I was wearing running shorts, but it was just like smacking off my fucking leg as I'm running.
did you have drawers on?
Yeah.
Oh damn, the snowplow's already gone up the hill.
Watch the Ram, buddy.
Yo, damn, I didn't remember. Yeah, my jaw.
Watch the Ram. I put the mirrors in. Oh, we're snowed in. I'm gonna have to have a sleep.
So were you wearing drawers?
Yeah.
Tight ones?
No.
That's your problem.
Yeah.
You gotta put the tight ones on.
I got tight ones for Christmas. I got 8 pair.
Gotta put the tight Johns on.
Got 8 pairs, some nice Reebok ones. Fit up on my balls.
Yeah, I just wear like Hanes one. But I think for the marathon, like there's this company I'm looking at. It's a couple different ones.
There's a lot
But-
in the email.
They just make like it's like underwear, but they're like kind of spandexy.
Compression / spandex.
Yeah, sliders. Oh, I forget what the fuck they call them. But yeah, but also we have to order those underwear and just see how they feel because that could be a game changer for real. But now that I'm thinking about it, it could just keep it all just right here, just banging this way.
Yeah, just
Because the
one
donger,
big bag.
the donger I got on me is so huge.
It's like an elephant tusk.
It's good. As soon as it goes up, I think who was it? Newton
Einstein or something.
said if it goes up, it's coming fucking back down.
It's coming.
And that's going straight into my legs and
Toes.
and the nutters are just catching it all.
It's like taking a fucking razor off the ankles. A razor scooter off the ankles, pretty much. It's the same spot in the same area.
At the rate of your heartbeat.
All that
83 beats per minute.
Just tripping over there. Might have to tape her up. I'm gonna have to read it.
Like Derrick Henry's braids. Just fucking. You got the whole bag like a water bottle in the front. It's because it's all taped forward.
I'm gonna have to Reddit how to run a marathon with a huge crank.
Yeah, imagine making a tape jock strap. You go over and under the thigh and leg, ass, leave the whole ass open. then your
Donger.
it's just like a water bottle, straight out in front of you.
We gotta figure out how to fucking handle these.
This huge dong and running situation. Might have to call Neil deGrasse. Being a Tyson, I got hookups.
It's an inch for every fucking mile of the marathon. This is a whole inch right here.
Yeah, the sticker fell off of your hat.
I took it off.
I noticed it when you were saying the.
Why did I take
That's
it off?
man
I wanted
speech.
to tell you.
Because it was going to leave a crazy stain.
I think I got super faded, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, you look dumb as fuck with that sticker on your hat. And I go to work and talk to people with this sticker on my hat. So I took it off, and it still had a circle. So me being a smart guy, I rolled I had a blue hoodie on, and I rolled it inside out and took the fuzzies to it and went like this, and then just left the stain right there. Let me get a pause.
And we're back.
Fucking nailed that one, cuz. Fucking nailed it, cuzzo.
And the buttons broke. I nailed it so hard it fucking broke the
I think
machine.
that's like the third time you hit the button tonight. It was only the third time. You only used it 2 other times.
Fourth or fifth time.
That's crazy. Tascam, yo, it's a fucking contract.
We'd love to work with you.
Fucking asinine. Phase of 10, though.
So I got a question.
Okay.
And this is a question for the people. We've asked a lot from them, like as far as like commenting and shit. We just want to be more interactive because you got to understand, like if you're with us right now and you love us, we love y'all. This is the team. This is when if it gets crazy, this is the core right here. And I hate to sound like cultish, you know what I mean? I don't know if I was coming off like that or not. Okay. But I'd love to hear in the comments if you guys want to hear the news by Tyson Steele, the Power Hour. I tried it once. I love it.
Maybe you gotta give him a 2.
Now listen, this week was crazy. I could have came up with a Power Hour for this week.
Would have been easy. Trumpo, Towers, everything. New Orleans, everything.
But I also try and make it funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's almost like
you gotta
bringing
hit him
back
with your baseball rule. Give him 3 strikes. Let him see 3 pitches.
Yeah, maybe
strikes,
I
you're out.
haven't seen enough.
Yeah, if there's strikes, you're out.
But I felt like to me when I was doing it, it was so fun because it was like I was writing jokes again.
Yeah.
Like I used to do. And it like kept me so engaged and I was like so worried about it all week and I loved that. So let me know if you guys want to hear the Power Hour.
You should send me a topic that you're going to do on the news, and then we'll both give it like we're news broadcasters.
Okay.
I'll try and write a little something, and then we'll both go.
I like that.
Then I'll at least know a little something about it.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
So we'll bring the Power Hour back, double the power, half the hour.
I was thinking the official name would be the Power Hour. If it was just me, the Power Hour with Tyson Steele, that's actually only just 15 or 5-10 minutes.
No, we did double power, half the hour with TB.
I like it. New T-shirts coming out.
What's going on with the Olympics? I didn't see anything.
It's about. Here's the thing.
Tell me.
I've always felt like I was a good athlete. And I just think like if like I was a very picky eater, and I kind of don't even know why looking back on it. We just like the foods that we just like the most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we just pick this.
Your taste buds don't develop until later in life, so you don't really like too much as a kid. I just got blessed. My daughter eats fucking anything I ask.
I just wish I would have ate more meat. I didn't eat a lot of
That's
meat.
Pause.
I wish I would have ate Grandview meat.
814-943-6328.
But if certain things just went differently, I felt like I could have been an Olympian. Like I love sports. I feel like I'm like a natural athlete. And you hear people talk about. I hear people talk about myself, and I'm like, shit, man, I should have did more. And I was thinking, well, so when we graduated, what was it? So you remember we get the half day of school, and then we get the half day because you got prom that night. And then we have the after party. And then when do we pick up the diplomas? Was it the next day?
No, so what it was is you had the half day for prom, went to prom, had the afterglow. Saturday, Sunday, you was off. If Monday was a full day, you went back. But if Monday was the last, because the last 2 days of our school year, they always did half days. You didn't have to go the last 2 half days of the year.
Which felt so baller.
But you had to go for graduation rehearsal. You remember?
Okay, yeah.
So we went to graduation rehearsal. Then we did graduation, and then a week after graduation, we could go pick up our diplomas.
So it was a week later.
Yeah.
So that week later, when we go, me and my girlfriend at the time, we go pick them up. We see some people in there. I was thinking about this, and I was like, I think we seen each other in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think we did. And me and my girlfriend get back out into my car and shit. The Xterra.
Dude, Xterra's badass. I always wanted the next Xterra.
I loved it. But she's like, let me see yours. And I was like, but she said it in a way where it was like, I've seen something about mine that I think yours might be different. And I was like, yeah, you can see it. They're the same fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, just what I thought. Like, or not just what I thought, but like, on the stamp of it, like the stamp of approval, it says applied on mine. And for like probably yours, it says like academic and shit, or maybe honor. I don't know.
Academic is the highest stamp they put on them.
So there's these fucking grades, and I got applied. And I was like, damn, that fucking sucks. Like, I remember that hitting me, like, pretty hard, where I was like, I was forced to do this shit. It felt like, to me. It was torture. And I did what you fucking wanted, but now I got a lower grade than everybody else. But it didn't make sense to me.
Well, I think the thing that's fucked up, like if you think of it like at a scope on the outside, because you're just like, you're a normal ass kid who learns, like you learn through watching stuff on videos. Like that's how you learn. So it was,
or just seeing somebody do it.
Yeah.
Physically doing it.
Sitting there and just like being read instructions out of a book don't work for you.
No.
And they don't work for me really either, but like I understand them. Plow truck, second time down the
alley. Plow truck again.
It sounds down the alley, but it might.
No, it's this way.
Oh. But it was just easier for the school to put you in a class that you didn't have to learn as hard, instead of for them to find somebody to work harder to teach you the way you needed to be taught.
Pre-algebra 2. I took pre-algebra 2 in 11th grade.
I think you took algebra 2 in 10th or 9th.
I just needed to get a second effort at it. You know,
the pre part. You weren't even fully in the bitch yet.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to make sure. It's like before you play a game, you should read the manual. learn all the buttons, and so you're not just fucking banging and mashing.
And then once you read it, right when you're about to start the game, read that fucking manual a second.
Just
for a
make sure-
whole year.
Dude, I didn't think I read it right. I was just there was a couple things that I thought were wrong.
Just didn't remember.
It's like I took it's taking pre-algebra 2 is like taking a fucking like becoming a professor in something. Like I know it now. I know the pre of algebra so hard, dude.
Next week, I'm bringing
I
you a
could teach
pre-algebra
people
2
on it.
question, and you have to solve it on
Holy
air.
shit.
I'm gonna write it on one of the whiteboards, and
When
you
I
have to
took
solve it on air.
When I took the PSSA, the math part, the first question was what's 100 plus 100? I'll never forget that. It insulted me.
You know what Chris Brown said? Give it 100.
Yeah, I kept it 100, but I will not lie to you. I never will lie to you. I still put it in the calculator.
Had to double check yourself.
I swear to God. Just swear on my pap's life. Like, because they emphasized the whole year, like, if you have a calculator,
What do you do
use
if
it.
your calculator says 199, bro?
Dog, and that was probably one of the choices. Dude, I would have picked it.
Shit, I might know a thing or two, but I don't know a thing or two.
I'm pretty sure I'm smarter than the calculator right now, but
It ain't worth it.
It's a robot, dude. It's
You're like, they're trying to trick me. They're trying to trick me. They made these calculators wrong so we would listen to the calculators. That's great. Didn't your ASVABs go similarly the same way?
yeah, I scored a 21 on my ASVABs the first time I took them.
21. Can you do something for me?
I was getting Pitt reached out and Michigan reached out.
So many
for
offers.
baseball. So many. And as soon as I took my SATs, stop talking. Just
PIT became an NOT.
the problem is I would say what my SAT scores are, but I don't know. I think I got to call the guidance counselor of the school. Maybe they can look it up.
I think mine was like a 1280 or 1290 or something like that.
I'm gonna do that for y'all. Cause I want to know.
Yeah.
It has to be bad.
Yeah, you can call the guidance counselor.
I guessed on everything. Like I don't know this shit. And so I'm where I'm getting at is just basically like can I join the Special Olympics?
No. So technically, your IQ has to register below the state minimum to qualify. I believe, or you have to obviously be on.
But I could take an IQ test.
Or you have to be on disability. We should do that. We should take like app.
Here's what I was thinking, because I was like, if I just register and I go up to them with the diploma that I got from high school that says
apply.
you're retarded, apparently, they're gonna be like, okay, well, I don't pass the eye test, right? So maybe I go to my doctor and say, like, you know, I walk into the doctor's office. He's like, oh, you hear something wrong with the back again? It's acting up. And
Mental.
I just want to ask him, like, how do I know if I'm medically retarded?
When you know, you know.
Is there, because I'm trying to get into the Special Olympics. Well, I'm not trying to get in. I'm trying to be a part of. I think there's a chance that I can get in there. And listen, I know it sounds crazy. It's just a harsh thing to hear. But all I'm trying to do, you have no idea how proud my parents would be, and how proud I would be to just tell my parents,
Olympian.
your boy's an Olympian. I did it. Gold medalist. And
Broke
all I want
every record in the flag football event.
in track and field, you can only do 5 events. So there's a ton of events, but only you could only do 5 out of all of these. Most people can't do more than 1 or 2. I just want to do all 5 events for 5 years. That's all I want. and I'll get.
You're not going to go for the running back spot on the flag football team or nothing.
Well, I mean, for USA, I'm going to grab a golden flag football. I mean, that's towards my later. That's towards year 5. That's
You think you still got that kind of speed at 37?
the first thing I'm worried about is the 100-mile, the 100-meter.
Champion.
The 100-meter, I want to put the best time I can up. and then the triple jump. I don't know if these are how they work their structure.
I don't think these are special Olympic events.
Pole vaulting.
Why don't you try and do like the wheelchair basketball?
I'm not in a wheelchair.
That makes sense. I didn't know if you had to actually be or you just had to strap in.
I mean, if there was no more events, I'd fuck around and give it to
You
him.
think you can get Shane in swimming?
No, I wouldn't even do it.
Housed in swimming.
I would never even try and swim.
Can't get in the water.
No.
Don't put him in the water.
Nope. I'm a good swimmer, strong swimmer, can survive.
Survivalist.
Almost drowned 3 times from crazy occurrences, and was able to survive and keep calm. Good in the water.
Canoe.
Yeah, I've flipped a.
Yes,
No,
you had.
no,
I got
no.
him.
No,
I got him.
Squirrel derp. No. You flipped a canoe.
What the hell I ate?
30 feet of water.
What the hell I ate?
30, 40 feet of water. You flipped
What the hell I ate? Gator water.
with a bank like this. Like as soon as I was swimming, getting the canoe, throwing gear on it, you're doggy paddling your ass back. Nothing in your hands.
I ain't flipped a canoe. I don't even know what happened. I just got
You-
flashbanged by the water.
Yeah, you flipped it. It just took the worst of it. Just didn't grab a thing.
Just sounds like me. That sounds like me.
I remember being muddy as shit, pulling this fucking canoe as high as I could get it up a slope like this, and I got it tucked kind of behind a tree. Remember? And you're just like, you just walk up on the bank like nothing happened.
Trying to figure out.
Soaking wet, just like a slop monster. Just you got all the stuff. That's probably what you said.
No, hell no.
That's 100%. If you woke when my back was as worse as it was, and I finally get the chance to see my best friend, and he comes over, and it's a nice, beautiful day, and I'm couch ridden.
You shoulda
pissing
got
in
up.
bottles.
I
Couldn't move.
spent my nice, beautiful day coming to see you.
You fall asleep
Tired.
in our 4 hours to see each other. You fall
Couch
asleep for
so
2 of
comfy.
them.
Couch so comfy.
And you wake up and say, "How's the back, kid?" All right, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
That wasn't it. It's bad. Back was bad.
I got surgery.
One good. But I thought if I know anybody, does this motherfucker get better quick?
So definitely when you flipped the canoe and I pulled it to shore,
I didn't
you
say
came
none
out of that water.
I said,
What was
I'm
that?
you probably said something like, we lose the original floaters. The F7s.
No, because they float.
Could have lost them still. My fucking ugly stick survived.
What was that show on Nickelodeon? Was it just called Doug?
Yeah. Doug and Skeeter.
Didn't they have a fucking swamp monster? It had like the lettuce all over
Yeah.
it. What did they?
Think.
What was that? I'm old.
That's
Greg.
old Greg. I'm old Greg, mother.
But on Doug,
attached
didn't-
to your rod, mother.
I think on Doug they had something like that.
Sounds familiar. Salad monster.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But nah, I was honest to God, I was probably trying to help him get dried off, get the canoe out the bitch.
I'm sure you grabbed your own rod.
Grabbed everything I could grab.
So much fell out.
They grabbed everything I could grab.
Dude, what an awesome time. So people don't know, I could stand up in canoes.
We both did.
You were just learning. You could do it, but like
I'd get a little wobbly when I got up. On the way up, I would get a little shaky.
the way up is the hardest.
Yeah. And I was at the
And-
front.
And we're in deep water, so like this is where fishing's getting good. Get ready, that's when you're standing up. Like you got to be just getting it in and out. And then I've been standing up now for maybe like a minute and a half, and all of a sudden we just go to, I think
He
you
shifted
know what?
his weight or something.
I think you said, because I was in the front, I think you said I'm gonna stand up. And I said,
yeah, I
"Don't-"
warned you.
I said don't stand up.
Nah, never said that.
I think he
he
said-
never said that. He gave himself too much credit in all this. His memory crazy.
I said don't stand up, and you said I'm gonna stand up.
I think I said I'm gonna
'Cause
stand
remember,
up,
we
and you
used-
said be careful.
Remember
I think the last thing you said was be careful, because then the next thing you said was you weren't careful. Because that's some shit you would say to me. You would say be careful, and then the next thing you wouldn't even be mad. You would say, "Guess you weren't careful."
But remember we used to get angry with each other.
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
just like teenagers,
Yeah,
type
we were
shit.
kids. Yeah,
And then we would wrestle it out, like WWE. Or,
we had some matches in the pool too, dude. Just
Well,
great times.
we had some of those recorded, and they were still on my parents' computer,
Thanks, Philly. Yeah,
and we lost it.
lost the hard drive.
It makes
all
me
the
cringe
Bitcoin
every
in it.
time I think about it.
We had 10, 20 Bitcoin on there. Bought them for $1.
I bet he might be able to find it. If
That's a couple mil. Just great times. Just lived a good life. Not an era where we had to have fucking phones all the time. Dude, we lived a life where one of our uncles were picking us up on Friday to go camping, and then we just came back on Sunday.
yeah.
It
And
was
just
awesome.
Like thinking about it as a parent, like your kid just no contact, like no way of even calling me. Not for the scary side of it, like medically, because nothing ever happened.
Yeah, you're
like
just
that.
chilling. Yeah.
But just like we can go to the club and the bar,
Yeah.
and just have sex all through the house.
Yeah, the parents' life was great. Uncles were taking us to camp. We were doing this, that, and the third. I mean, dude, we spent summers at camp, fishing, doing everything.
Yeah, me and Jeremy used to a couple times, and me and my dad, when he would have vacation, we'd go for a week at a time.
Yeah.
That was the best.
Even when we'd go up to
I hated coming home.
Glendale and go to the year round and or not the year round, but go to the park side and fucking ride our bikes and camp out there, and your dad fucking melted his New Balances. Like, dude, those are some of the best memories of my fucking life. Dude, I'm getting so old. I fucking got out of the shower the other day. My hair's long. I need a haircut. But I got out of the shower the other day and just the natural light. Like, I have a spot, like a literal spot, like bigger than like probably 2/4 of just white hair on the right side of my head. Just silver, just gray hair. There's so much gray hair
Really?
on the top of my head. I'll show you after the episode. I have so much gray hair growing in. And I'm just like, that's not a good sign. You know what else is not a good sign? On my way to buy the truck today, guess what I saw? For the first time ever in my life, I've never seen it in my life.
A white deer.
A dead crow.
A dead crow? I think I've seen plenty.
It's bad luck.
Is that bad luck?
Yeah. In some cultures, a dead crow means a significant change is coming or death.
Oh, fuck.
I hope the significant
Jay.
change is just Max.
Jay,
coming back
watch
to the
everything you're
podcast.
doing. Don't put the wings in the grease too fast.
Don't eat crow.
Don't forget you had lighter fluid all over you.
Don't piss Michael off.
Watch. Jay, go watch Mike. Go search his rope.
Lift up his desk. He's
Mike's got
got
an AR in his rope.
He's got Polaroids of you everywhere.
He's got the pin board.
Sleeping.
He's got in the same apartment. He's got a pin board with
Of all everywhere Jeremy could be, and it's just pictures him in the kitchen.
yeah, it's just Mike around the corner like this, getting him playing the guitar.
What if it was an actual Polaroid too, so it makes the big noise? Jeremy hears it every time. This is
They
the
don't
shit we
acknowledge
do.
each other at all. So.
No, he doesn't
Yeah,
even
no.
say nothing. Jeremy never says a word. You talk to him sometimes.
We go weeks without talking to each other, saying a word.
Roommates.
He said that. Saying a word to each other.
Roommates and cousins.
Yeah. Grew up together, everything.
And like pretty close to like similarly aged.
Yeah, like,
A couple years apart, maybe 4 or 5 years apart.
no, Mike's one under me. And then,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, so they're 2 years apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So,
Jay's about to turn 30. Does he turn 30 this year or next year?
Uh,
Kobe Day. It's coming up.
I think is Jay 4 under me? I think
You're
he is.
31, so he would be 27, so he's about to turn 28. That makes sense? 97? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I want to say his debit card PIN number so bad right now.
Kobe Day. That's a crazy thing to say. I want to say his PIN number on air so bad. Hey, dude, your PIN number's on YouTube.
We name it the episode that.
Oh, my God.
24.97.
That's the fucking biggest govy you've ever put out there.
The biggest name drop of all time.
Just Jeremy's PIN code. Shout out. If you get your hands on Jeremy's debit card.
If you punch him in the face, and get his wallet, pull out his fucking debit card. Remember, it used to be so broke and up the middle. just to like a fucking.
It's like, how hard are you swiping that thing? How hard are you pulling it out of the machine? Dude, I'll never forget. This is the only time I've ever heard this happen to anybody. But him and I were supposed to go to the driving range together one day, so we went over to Sheetz, and he went in to get money out and came back out like
Oh, yeah.
forever later. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? You said you were getting money out. And he's like, I got the money. I hit the button for the money spit out. I was putting my card away, doing something else, and the money sucked back into the machine. I'd never heard of somebody taking so long the money sucked back into an ATM.
And what did he say? It cost me $120 to pull out $60.
Yep. And then he said he tried to
Which
call
is
a
a great
bank while
line.
he was standing there too. I'm like, I waited like 15 minutes, I think, for him to get money out of Sheet so we could go hit balls at the driving range. Like, I would have gave you the money. Yeah, that's Lil J Jefferson. Shout out Lil J Jefferson. Hope you had a good New Year's.
I'm gonna start taking over editing. It's gonna take a little bit, but my first project is working on the J-Mon episode with the Mike Tyson fight, that episode. So, and I'll let you guys know on Instagram and the official Locker Room Talk _1 Instagram.
Yeah, Tyson has everything now.
Yeah, it's different. That feels like crazy.
He's got the keys to the castle.
That's
The
kind
only
of
thing I have is
it's
the
what
knowledge.
it feels. It feels like a teenager getting the keys to the car, and it's like,
Don't wreck it.
and it's like a whole world out there.
Oh, speaking of, Lil Lobster got his driver's license.
I did hear about that.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Lil Lobster.
Shout out to Parker. He got his driver's license. My nephew, he's not so little anymore, but dude, he's fucking tall.
I did the math the other day. We were 15 when he was born.
Yeah, yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, when he turned, last year when he turned 15, that's what I said to my sister. I said, he just turned the age I was when I found out you were having him.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so shout out to him. He just got his driver's license. Watch out. I told, first text message, I said, you can borrow the Fusion whenever you want. Just bring it back in the same condition you got it.
And I'm going to say you wrecked it.
Oh, yeah. He can't
That's
borrow
the best
Ram
thing to
now.
say to people. Little Vice life. You let them borrow your car, but just tell them, like, hey, if you fuck it up, you're paying for it. And they will be as cautious as they fucking can.
Unless it's me.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking it in my head.
You should have said it out loud. No, dude, I'll never forget. when we were leaving the 4Ds, and you're like, "You're good to drive." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good to drive," and I just threw that bitch in reverse and just backed it right into a car.
And then I remember looking at you like, you just hit that car.
Your canoe, your truck, like, just everything. I'm so sorry. I'm a shit friend. You said you did that car, and I said, drive.
And just how that happened. We all get in, like, I'm feeling like mad good. We got a DD. And, well, not, you was the best, and, you're confident.
Yeah. I was definitely sober enough to drive-ish.
The confidence is what's crazy about the whole thing, because when he just gets in, the whole John straight into in the car.
I need to back up.
You really didn't. Like, more than just a couple feet. You just went straight back.
It was before backup.
Because it was the angle parking lots.
There was no backup cameras. Just rubber meets the road.
No, I had a backup camera.
No, that was the old Ford, wasn't it? I didn't think that had. Oh, you had that screen that was like this. Yeah, you had a backup camera on a screen this fucking big.
It was a little bit bigger. That was Jay's.
It was as big as that.
No, it was bigger than that, Bree.
No shot. I'm gonna look up the old specs on that page. It was like maybe a credit card though, and like, I couldn't see it to start with.
Mr. Confident. Didn't slur a word, did nothing. Like,
I got us home.
yeah.
I just had to make room on the way out.
I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here.
Dude, that was. And then do you remember when we were moving Betty out of my apartment and we took the truck up that hill by Vets Field, and you're like, hammer it, and I hammered it, and we just flew up that fucking embankment.
And what I meant by hammer it was like,
You probably didn't even say hammer it to be
no, I did.
Okay.
But what I meant by it was just like, I always think about it, and I give it a little bit, right? And I feel the so when I tell you to hammer it, I expect you to go a little bit bigger than the my woo.
Hammered it.
Like you lost. You forgot what was gonna happen.
I was so excited. I was single.
We
Soaring.
all four tires off the ground.
Yep.
We hit so hard the
Mirror.
no the airbags on the top or the plastic pieces.
Oh yeah.
They unpopped.
Yep.
all on the shit. And I can't believe you even kept control of it.
We didn't miss a beat. We didn't miss a beat.
That truck was a beast.
That truck was awesome. The twin. Yes, I was looking at Fords, I was like, man, I did like Tyson's old one. So I was looking at Fords, but I just couldn't pass it up. It was too good of a deal.
And that thing's nice.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Plus, now that I haven't been with Ford in years, when I see videos and I see the ding, whatever that chime is when the doors open, I'm like, I hated that, and I'm so glad. Like, I remember I wouldn't even hear it, but you hear it, but like subconsciously you're like, you drowned it out, and I can't stand it when I hear it anymore. I don't. If they still have it, I don't know if they still do it.
Yours used to make this other noise that I fucking hated too. I can't remember what it was, but it was.
When you had the door open.
It wasn't just the door open too. It had something to do with the seatbelt. I think because you never wore your seatbelt, and it would never stop dinging, and you hated it. And like I think, eventually you got to the point where I think you started like buckling behind you, or even just putting your seatbelt on or something. But the seatbelt noise, you couldn't shut it off. I remember that. It was one of like the first cars you couldn't shut the seatbelt noise off on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated that shit.
Because then for my GMC, they had just like a YouTube video you could watch and just factory shut them off.
Yep. I remember that too, the 2015 red GMC Sierra. I said, we were delivering mail, and I was like, I just found the next truck you're going to buy, and I sent it to you, and you
did?
went and bought it.
You did say that.
Yeah,
That's crazy. I forgot about that.
yeah.
I love that, John.
That was a good truck. I loved
Yeah.
it, too. It was so smooth. And that was before you weren't even, like, on the GMCs. You were just all Ford everything.
Yeah.
Had the Hoyt fucking keychain. The lanyard, the Hoyt lanyard.
The red one.
The good old days, dude. Had that skin. The key was like this fucking big. The key fob for the Ford was like this big, and I remember it had the remote start right in the middle of the unlock and the lock button. Fuckers. Good times, though. Now you can finally drive you've never drove my cars before.
I didn't even think about that. I would never drive any of your cars. I drove the Ultima a couple times.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's no reason for me to drive your cars. I don't want to. Like, even, well, one, the Ultima was cool and it was fast. It had the little sports modes and shit. It was fun to drive, honestly. And you had the tinted windows that made it cool in there.
Until you got pulled
The
over.
Fusion could fuck its own ass.
Fusion was the first car I ever had air-conditioned seats on, and I was like, this is not worth the money. You know what I mean? I'm like, this. You don't feel anything. But I did heated steering wheel, heated seat. I've had that in most of my cars. I'm going to need that forever.
The Jetta. I would have never in a million years asked to drive that. One, I can't drive
I was
stick.
going to say, can you drive a
But
stick?
even if I could, I think I maybe would have just one time just to prove to myself, yeah, this is the biggest shit box I've ever even been in, and now I've driven.
The thing was solid, dog.
It was gutted out. It was nasty. Spitter bottles everywhere. Trash everywhere.
Just a different lifetime.
Listening to Mac Miller and shit.
The spins. I feel kind of high right, yo. This man's kind of high right now. Yeah, good times, man. That's what my fiance and I were talking.
Remember?
Well, she was just saying about how she's like, I could never imagine just wanting to go buy a car. Like, unless something happens to my car, I'm not going to go buy a car. And I'm like, you won't believe how many cars I've had in my life. I just started listing them all. She's like, for fucking what? Like, I don't know. Had a lot.
Shit, I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, I remember. Remember we was going up that hill. The first time you ever took me in it, right by the post office, and you're like, I was like, why are we going backwards? And you're like, oh, I got to keep going backwards and forwards so it doesn't stall out.
I was like, yeah, I don't know how to like completely stop. Well, I did know how, but I wasn't as confident. And I was like, if I don't like time it right, I'm either gonna spin tire and then we're gonna like out of here, or if I just rock back and forth, I'm not gonna stall it out. So I just rocked back and forth until the light turned green. Because that was like my only two options were like,
I've just never
this
been.
is like the clutch where there's a clutch, a brake, and a gas. And I like if I'm pressing both of these in, my only option, because back then I wasn't like as confident to just like smoothly press the gas and release this at the same time. It was just and I just fucking took off. So then, like, yeah, I would just sit there and I would just rock the clutch and the gas back and forth and just go up and down the hill a little bit until we could just. Dude, when I bought a stick, my first ever stick, when I traded for it, I didn't know how to drive a stick. But you just got to take on some fucking battles, you know what I mean? A big reason why I do a lot of stuff in life is because I just look at people who are also have done it. And I'm like, if they can do it, there's no way I can't.
That's kind of how I look at the marathon. Like, I'm super confident, but there's a lot of sides of me that are nervous.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, look at how many people, not only just on the videos you've ever seen, but for the years and years and years and years of this shit, people been able to do it. It's like, you can do it, dude. It's just, it's
I mean, that video we watched, didn't that guy get a stomachache like the last 10 miles and couldn't run, and he still finished it?
And for me, it's just like, I put so much stress on it. It should be stressful. We should practice, and we need to practice, and we need to be prepared. And you're gonna feel better if we can get under 6 hours, you're going to feel very good than if you were 6 hours and 1 minute. You know what I mean?
I'm going to feel good just to do it all.
Yeah.
Time doesn't mean anything to me when it comes to running. To you, it's different because you have other things to compare
That's where it
to.
is. Yeah, that's where it
I
is.
just don't have anything else to compare it to. So for me, it's just finishing it. Thank you, Heat.
Thank you. It doesn't ever, I don't think, really show up in the episodes.
I didn't even really could tell it was on until it shut off.
Yeah. But let me get a pause real quick.
Yeah, do your thing. Video first.
We'll get into football picks right after this.
Coming to your dick. Pause.
And we're back.
2 for 2. The guy's coming diffy in 2025.
I get it now. I get the vibe now.
Oh, I understand it now.
Oh, I get it.
Have you seen that guy?
No.
He'll it's like this African American, and he posts like reels, and he'll try these trick shots, and he'll miss like the first 2, and then he'll go,
Oh, that's Lethal Shooter.
I understand it now. And then
Lethal
make it
Shooter.
on the third one.
I follow him.
That's what you just hit me
He
with.
is dude's wild.
You just hit me with that. I understand it now. That's what it made me. Do you want to talk about my dog shit NFL team before we get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
So for anyone who doesn't know,
I'm so excited for this. I'm not excited. I mean, I always want the Colts to do good. But honestly, if they're not going to do good, do crazy shit and go freak the fuck out.
well, just I'm just so used to it. But anyways, so anybody who doesn't know it, the Indianapolis Colts are my favorite football team. When I was about 7 years old, Peyton Manning was drafted to the Indianapolis. 6 years old, Peyton Manning was drafted to the Indianapolis Colts. When I was 8 years old, I saw Peyton Manning play football for the first time, and I fell in love with the Colts ever since then. It was my favorite color. I loved the way he was just always on the news. He was throwing touchdowns. I just loved the Colts. I've grown up my entire life. It's been 32 years. I've been watching them, rooting for them. Die-hard Colts fan. This year, like many of the last seasons, we've had a chance to control our fate into the playoffs. In past seasons, it hasn't quite went our way. More recently, last year, we had a win in your end game against a division opponent where we dropped a wide-open pass on 4th and 1 that we could have kicked a field goal, would have secured us a win. So we fast forward. We're supposed to be a good team this year. We have a second-year rookie quarterback who didn't get to play a lot last year because he was hurt, but he's a fucking freak of an athlete. Bunch of starters re-signed, came back, got deals. Re-signed the core of our team.
Second one.
Yep. Re-signed the core of our team. With Colts just give me some fucking
You just
burping.
You forget all your manners.
Exactly. So disrespectful. I feel disrespected. So I get disrespectful when I'm disrespected. So we were supposed to be good. I had super high hopes going into the season. I mean, I knew every position.
I thought,
minus our defense, our cornerbacks, we haven't really improved on. But everywhere else, we were solid.
the way you talked, and you're not a dumbass.
No.
And the way you talked and ball, I was like, Colts we took them twice this year.
We took them every time we needed them,
Yeah.
and they won. They covered every time we picked.
They were good.
Unfortunately for the Colts, they have a lot of things that get in their own way. A lot of news reports came out saying that the locker room's a fucking mess and that people don't show up on time and people don't want to win. They're just happy to be on a team and just a lot of shit that isn't good for the internal part of the organization. So fast forward anyways, 3 weeks ago, we had a chance that if we beat the Denver Broncos, which we played them at their stadium, but not a big deal. But if we beat the Denver Broncos, we would have completely controlled our destiny to the playoffs. All we had to do was win out. And the end of our schedule is not that hard. Against the Denver Broncos, we had the option. We had our running back. He was about to run a touchdown in to take us up 20-3 on the Denver Broncos, a 17-point lead. What happened was he ended up dropping the ball right before he crossed the goal plane. It fumbled out of the back of the end zone. Was a touchback for the other team. They decided they march down, score a touchdown. It's now 14-10. Game completely flips. They score another 24 unanswered points, and we don't do a fucking thing about it. But there was still
That was sad to watch, that part of the Colts season.
But there was still hope because the team that beat us had a very hard schedule.
This season the tap out from Anthony
Crazy. Anthony Richardson, yep.
and the Taylor,
Fumble. Huge.
that's the season.
Huge. Because the tap out got him benched for 2 games that we ended up losing.
And he got hurt against the Steelers, remember?
Yeah.
We were watching it.
Yeah.
That was 2
And he's
week
out last
2 or
week, and now
3.
he's out this week too. Last week we had to win, and he sat out because he had back spasms. But they were saying it was back thing, it was a foot thing, it was everything but nothing. But anyway, so even though we lost that game, the Denver Broncos still had a really hard schedule, and we had a really easy one. So there was a chance if we won out and they lost all their remaining games, we still got into the playoffs. So next game happens, Broncos lose, we win. Next game happens, Broncos lose. All right, we got to win, and then there's 1 game left. Now we're playing the Giants. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, at this point in the season, the Giants have, before the season, the Giants traded their number 1 running back. They have benched the quarterback that they decided that they were going to invest in and then traded him to a different team. They are 2-13. They have the number 1 pick all but locked up.
Hadn't won at home all season.
They are 0-8 at home to this season. The last team to finish winless at home was like the Browns or the Lions or something like that. The Giants hadn't scored 40 points in a game in like 4 seasons.
One of 4 teams didn't just not even score 30 points this season.
Averaged an NFL low 13 points a game.
3rd string quarterback.
And all they had to do was lose to lock up the number 1 seed. And they came out and put 40 points on our head and beat us and eliminated us from playoff contention. And it was embarrassing. It was bad. It was hard to watch. I know the thing that puts me at ease is I don't even have to watch the game this Sunday. No point. I'm a diehard fan, and I love watching their games, but, like, it's not even worth it. Like, we're playing an ass team. We're an ass team. Like, who wants to watch the fucking toilet bowl? You know what I mean? Like, we haven't won the division in 10 years. Every other team has won the division at least more than 2 times in the last 10 years. We haven't won it once. Jaguars won it twice. Titans won it twice, and the Texans won it 5 out of the, you know what I mean? That's 9 seasons, and then they just won it again. That's 6. That's 10 seasons. Out of the last 10 seasons, the Colts haven't won it, the division. We haven't been in the playoffs since like 2017, 2018. It's just fucking dog shit.
Is it getting there?
Well, they need to fire their GM, Chris Ballard, and then whoever the new GM needs to completely clean.
Because we're there. We're right on the edge of, like, if this shit doesn't happen.
Bad thing is like they could go, like, I think for the next couple seasons they'll be like the Titans are right now, 3-13, 4-12. Like, the next couple seasons aren't going to be good until we actually rebuild. Because we're gonna have to trade a bunch of like if I was
You're saying everybody out of there.
I would trade everyone but a couple guys like DeForest Buckner. I wouldn't trade him. Pittman.
Anthony,
he's a
are you
dog.
getting rid of him?
I'd get rid of him. The guy hasn't completed 1 full season in the NFL yet.
And I heard some shit that just this week or last week he showed up late to a team meeting, and it's like, how are you not in the stadium at 5 in the morning?
Yeah. Yep. I'd get rid of him. I'd get rid of Jonathan Taylor. I mean, he's a good running back, but honestly, I mean, he did a lot of shit whenever he was like fighting for his contract. He was like holding out and shit. It was just not good. Just not a good
I
fucking.
never heard any of that shit.
Like you say, like the baseball teams, like they're fighting for each other, they're playing for each other. Like those guys were just going in there collecting checks. Like
Yeah.
that's all they're fucking doing. And you can tell. They don't give a fuck about winning. So Colts are ass. Pirates ass. They re-signed McCutcheon. That's the only thing they've done so far. So they're hot ass. And yeah, what's the football pick? Let's bless our listeners with a football pick at least.
So, congrats on it's not over, but what a season.
Thank you.
like we've done our best. I mean, it's our second year doing it. Last year we were like 9.
9-8.
Yeah, that
We were right at 500, and then we lost the first 3 games in the playoffs.
and then now to be 13-4. It doesn't seem real, but it seems I want to be undefeated. I said
That's
that
the
shit
goal.
when we started it, and it can't happen. I'm thinking of these
The
losses.
jumps that we've made, I mean, we're making big strides. So if we make
Yeah.
the same big stride next year, we're undefeated.
I can't wait for next year. I'm almost shocked and in a loss for words because the season's over.
Yeah, that's
This
also
is-
crazy.
It's over. Like,
This is like a depressing time of year.
but how fast did all these podcasts go by? You know what I mean? Like, because
Even just this year, even just 2024. Like, think of that.
yeah, really, kind of.
I mean, this will be 2 years of uploading,
When I felt like
and like 5 years of recording.
when I had my back surgery and shit, all that time felt very slow. But when I look back on it now, like nothing happened. It just flew by. Like,
Like, especially now that you're like back to moving and grooving and doing stuff and back to regular life, like you kind of feel like everything's a lot more quicker now. That's how I feel. Like when I take some time off and then I get right back into like the fucking groove of everything, I feel like time's faster now. Like things are moving quicker now.
it's a little bit, but I like being on the go, thinking.
Yeah.
That's what's weird is like when I was hurt and I was just sitting there doing nothing. Sure, time was slow, but when I look back on it now, it's like that just flew by. Like there's just 3 months,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in a vacuum, it's all different.
and then when you think about the marathon, it's like we only got to suck for 6 hours.
Pause. It's crazy.
You're the only one that does this pause shit.
You're the only one who says we gotta suck for 6 hours on video.
But you know what I mean.
I'm gonna have them dude. One day our fans are gonna make a compilation of everything that you said that I've had to say pause to, and it's gonna be some of the fucking wildest shit. We just gotta suck for 6 hours.
You know what I mean, bruh.
I know, they know. They're weird.
Don't be weird, y'all.
Get weird out there. It's alright, be weird.
But yeah, so like sucking for 6 hours. As soon as that's
That
done,
sounds worse than a marathon, honestly.
oh, dude, your jaw's gonna hurt so bad.
Buddy, are you nutting yet?
Did you ever have a girl ask you, "Did you come?" As you're fucking, or
Buddy, spit it out.
it's gonna. Am I trying to blow this up through your mouth? Like, what
Pause on all that. Anyway. Give him the pick. Great season. Great season.
Great season, love y'all. It was my first instinct looking at the board. I made 6 picks this week. B looked at them all. First one he liked, Chargers.
It's honestly about the only one I liked. The other ones I knew were like, oh, it could be resting starters, not resting starters. But also, I mean, week 2, LAC.
Well, you know what? I actually liked the Colts this week. But here's the thing. I thought Anthony would be starting,
Nope.
and so that's crazy. And that's because I was like, as shitty as everything's going right now, you have a chance here. This team's shittier than you. You have a chance here to just whoop on them, do trick plays, and have fun, and just you're in home, send it off good, and like, dude, we fucking struggled this year. Things were this way and this way. It was a whole mess, but we showed on the last game and the first game what we can fucking do and be. and that's why I like them. Like if they
I think they lose the game outright.
damn.
That's how
And
sorry of
I
an
think they do
organization
too.
it
The
is.
way you're talking.
I really don't. I don't think there's any good, like, the conversation they've probably been having in there. Because Pat McAfee's went in on them on Twitter.
I've been seeing that.
So,
shit.
like, they've probably just been having internal conversations that's not good.
Damn.
Yeah, so. You take the Jags if you want. But
No.
for the third time this season, we took them in week 2, we took them in week 9, and in the last week of the season, we're going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Where's week 9 at? Oh yeah, we did take them.
Yeah, against the Browns.
I love the Chargers, dude.
Yeah.
Jim's got a good thing going. there.
We took the Chargers 3 times. We took Washington 1, 2. Took them twice. That paid off. Took the Colts twice. That paid off. We took Cincy twice. That went 1-1. Never touched the Vikings after that other one. Never touched the Dolphins after the other one. Detroit been hanging our hats on.
Took Tampa Bay twice. That was 1-1. Did you say that?
Yeah, no, Tampa Bay was 1-1. Steelers undefeated. But then also look, we picked 1, 2. How many against the Giants? I'm trying to figure out. Two against the Giants. Probably the most against the Panthers, I'd say. No, not even the Panthers. Just 1 against the Panthers. We really spread the opponent out.
See, now I'm hating how I write it, but I like home being underneath. You know what I get? But now that we're trying to do this, I'm like, I wish.
Yeah, because if you look up at mine, you're like, all right, our pick was home. We were -1. It was a 1 p.m. game on week 3. But yeah, take the chart. What's the spread on that?
4.5.
And they're playing.
And let me just make sure I got a.
They're playing the Raiders. Is that
Yeah.
right? In Vegas.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Harbaugh's got them boys juiced up.
He's not going to let him lose. And that's the thing. The one thing I was focused on or trying to think of the most is, like, who's got something to play for? So out of all these 6 teams that have something to play for, who's got the best chance of covering the spread? And that's where it's like the Colts 4.5 or the Chargers 4.5. And then there's Philadelphia, that's 3. Detroit versus Vikings is 2.5, but that's gonna be a shootout, crazy. That's
Word.
gonna be stay away from that game. But the Giants, Philly, something could happen there.
And we got to squeak one in before the episode ends. We want to give a shout out. If you need your
4.5.
haircut, get a shout out. Give her a call. 814.
We both need our
470.
haircuts right now,
Yeah, bad. I might need some grace.
and I know who I'm calling.
That's Ariel at 814.
Tomorrow, I'm texting 814-470-1184.
That's 814-470-1184. Ariel. Love is in the hair. Don't send her no rod shots.
No rod shots.
Time to play the outro, brother. Speaking of, I was sitting somewhere the other day and I heard it. I'm like, it's crazy that I'm hearing this right here, right now. And I'm trying to think of where I was at. Because it was me and the fiance were talking about it. And I'm trying to think where the fuck we were. Maybe we went to lunch somewhere or something. I don't know. But it was just like a crazy place that, like, I was like, I can't believe this song's on right now.
The grocery store or something?
Yeah, we were at Giant Eagle. Yeah, we were at Giant Eagle, and this came on, and I was like, this is the song Tyson and I have been ending our podcast to for a year and a half. And I was like, and just recently I've been hearing it everywhere.
We put that out there.
Put everything out there.
Energy's real,
Monster Energy.
especially Monster.
Tell 'em.
So catch me on Instagram at tsteel_100 and also follow the main channel Locker Room Talk _1. And then don't worry about Snapchat.
You can hit us, all business inquiries, lockerroomtalkbusiness@gmail.com. On Instagram, it's lockerroomtalk_1. Spotify, Locker Room Talk. YouTube, at Gorilla Rhino Radio, all one word. BMH1120 on all social medias. Make sure you comment. whatever you want to comment. Like, subscribe, tell your mothers, tell your brothers, tell your sisters, tell your fathers. Tell them all. Happy New Year's, y'all.
Say it one more time. It's Gorilla Run for those 8 Spotify followers or listeners.
Gorilla, Gorilla, Rhino, Rhino, Radio, Radio. All one word. Gorilla Rhino Radio. You just type the @ symbol before that, and it'll pop right up on YouTube.
You'll see us. You'll know it.
You'll see the boys. We're getting traction.
You'll see the
popping up.
Spotify logo. What we
As
use.
soon as we upload, I go to home. Like tomorrow, it'll go up. If I get on my YouTube after I get home from the cheer competition, it'll be the first thing on my YouTube.
Same for me.
Yeah,
And that's awesome to say.
love it.
Like,
I love it. Like, there's the boys, boys. Yeah, we fucking.
I think I know what our thumbnail's gonna be too.
See, the thumbnails I just do auto-generated ones.
We might have to pick this one.
Now that's editing. Now that's what I call editing. You're doing the big Rand pose. That was for you, Big Rand.
No, we never. Why you gonna rat on me, son? Don't do that. That's gross. Just get a new piece of gum.
Paper all in the bitch.
We make money now. You just bought a truck. Like,
There was just flavor left in it. I remembered I left some. It's in the paper now. We love y'all.
love y'all.